Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer, and today we're going to be taking a first look, or a preview look, at an upcoming game by Slitherine and Matrix Games called Fantasy General 2, and let's listen to the intro here before we jump in.
300 years since a brave hero's army struck down the Shadow Lord, banishing him from the world of air. 300 years and heroes become legends. Legends become myth. Myth fades from memory. But now, thunder whispers in the east. A new empire rises, clad with might and splendor. Conquering the earth with magic and iron. But darkness rides with them, and shadowy tendrils reach across the land. A power that twists reality and threatens our world. Once again, air calls for a hero to unite it against a terrible foe. A general to forge a powerful army. A general to lead them into battle. A general to defy the coming storm.
And there you have it. Fantasy General 2 Invasions takes place about 300 years after the conclusion of Fantasy General 1. The villain in that was the Shadow Lord. This is a high fantasy game. I didn't actually play a lot of Fantasy General when it first came. I didn't play any Fantasy General when it first came out. This is a strategy game that came out sort of in the pinnacle of strategy gaming in the late 90s. Came out in 1996. It was a finalist at the Computer Game Developers Conference of 1996 for Best Strategy War Game, runner-up to Command & Conquer: Red Alert, and it was a runner-up from Computer Gaming World's 1995 Strategy Game of the Year, which it lost to Command & Conquer and Heroes of Might and Magic. It was a tie. So again, you hear those names of these classic strategy games that beat this game out, and you know that was a very rich time for strategy gaming. Fantasy General 2, Fantasy General 1 was originally made by SSI, and it was really built off the Panzer General model, turn-based, hex-based strategy games with that same sort of look and feel. If you look at screenshots of the original Fantasy General, there's a very strong Panzer General theme to it. And Fantasy General 2, coming out more than 20 years later, is also being published by Slitherine Games, who are the developers or the publisher who published Panzer Corps, which was a remake of Panzer General. So Slitherine really taking up the mantle of the successor of SSI in terms of strategy gaming in the strategy gaming world. This game is developed by Owned Gravity and is currently a preview version, so this is in beta. It's not a finalized version. We can't do multiplayer. We can't do skirmish, but we can play a campaign. So this video is going to be a first look. I have not played this game. I will warn you guys, I don't know what I'm doing, and I know that, sometimes that's not the approach that you guys all prefer. You like to see someone who knows everything about the game before they show it. The intention of this is really to demonstrate what this game looks like, and if you pick up and play it, what your experience can be. Additionally, I am familiar with the Panzer Corps or Panzer General style of games, so it's not like I've never played this kind of a game before, and I'm actually really curious to see what comes out, how similar Fantasy General 2 is going to be to Panzer General 2, Panzer Corps 2, because we know Panzer Corps 2 is in development as well, and presumably they might use the same engine or whatever, given they're both Slitherine games. So you can see here, we go into campaign. The campaign that's currently available to us is called Invasion. Our faction is the Barbarians. The length of the campaign is long. You've got this little bit of bio here. 300 years have passed since the Shadow Wars have ravaged Kelendona, and the world of air, and the struggles of the past have long since faded into legend. In the highlands of Far Reach, clans of barbarian warriors have eked out a living in the harsh northern climate, consistently feuding with each other and raiding the wealthier borderland towns. Fed up with these raids, the borderland clans called on the Empire, a powerful realm controlling much of Kelendoa. The Western Imperial Legion was dispatched to see off the Highland Raiders, and with the help of the border clans Isiel and Maknar, destroyed High King Braden's army in the Battle of Worm Pass. Okay. I'm not quite sure if High King Braden's army is the West Imperial Legion or if it's the barbarians winning. A treaty was signed that forbade any clan from crossing into the borderlands in return for peace. Since then, there's been no High King to unite the clans, and they fell into quarreling and raiding amongst themselves. In these dark times, your clan has been led by Phelan One-Eye, a warrior of great renown. You are his son and designated heir, and you are eager to prove your mettle to your father. So we're going to play on hero difficulty, which is normal. General difficulty is hard, and warrior difficulty is easy. And we're going to go ahead and jump in and start. Phalar One-Eye, the winter is near, son, and the harvest was poor this year. We need to get food for the clan to survive. Clan Dugnaw has more than enough wealth to spare. This is a chance to prove your mettle. Raid their steeds and bring back home. Raid their steads and bring back home some good loot. Okay, so we're a barbarian on a raiding mission. It looks like... Oh, this is interesting. So, like, while... Fantasy General 1 was more in a Panzer General sort of a mode. This feels different in that it looks like there's some branching options, almost like a text-based adventure to some extent. Thanks for trusting me with this, father. We have two choices. Clan Dunnar won't even see me coming. I will raid them and return laughing at them scratching their heads, or I will do my best for our clan and make you proud, I promise. I know, son. This is why I trust you with the task. Take some of your younglings with you. They seem as eager to prove themselves as you. Be quick, son. This is a raid, not a war party, and watch out for direwolves. They're roaming the highlands again, all hunger and teeth. May our ancestors watch over you. Okay, so I don't know what's up here. This looks like region wealth. Determines how much value can be received from income, raiding, and exploring locations. Winning a scenario will reward you with treasure equal to the remaining wealth. -1 from fleeing population. Thieves at night. Raid the southern stead, raid the western stead, raid the northern stead. Felston must survive. Okay, so welcome to Fantasy General 2. So this is basically going to give us just some instructions. So for those of you who wanted me to play the tutorial first, as a lot of these games work, this will kind of function as a tutorial. So obviously W, E, S, A, S, D keys are how you can move around the map. You can use your mouse as well. And you can use Q or E to rotate your map view. Ending turn. Yeah, I'm familiar with ending turn. So every climb, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is our character, Falorson. We have Thalrolf's Pack, his Brotherhood of Ravens, and the Lairn Spears. So there's 3 different types of units. You can see here is a unit bar that kind of shows us how much movement a unit has left. You can see that these are spearmen. Looks like they have 56 spears or 56 men in this group. There's 60 swordsmen here, and another 60 over here. So light shock infantry for these 2, and light spear infantry over here. Required supply for the unit. We can't rename it because it's not high enough level. And then we have choices between raiding, restore squad. There's a unit tree here. So apparently there's an upgrade path for these. And then we can also rest. We also have melee attack. So let's go ahead and move these guys forward. So you just right click where you want to move them. And you can see here there's a little bit of fog of war around this map. But as we move forward here, we kind of uncover some key information here. And we uncover different units. So you can see we're moving our troops around. We've used up all of their movement here. And we now have what we can see here is an enemy settlement of Clan Donach. Plus 33% damage reduction, breaks charge, and there's a road there. So we want to raid this area, but we can't raid it now. So we're going to have to go ahead, and I don't think I have any more troops to move. So with that being said, I think it's time to probably end the turn. So you can see the enemy clan came ahead and charged us. They charged our infantrymen. They did more damage to us than we did to them. 90 loss for us, 54 for them. You can see here 90 out of 250 health. I think the swordsmen is the number of swordsmen, but then the health up here is slightly different. It looks like wounds can be recovered through resting, while kills are permanent and refilled at the end of a scenario, but reduces unit's XP. Okay. Your unit is badly hurt and should rest to recover. Okay, so we'll go ahead and rest them. Zones of control. Attacking. Okay. So, we are going to go ahead and attack. Move this guy here. Alright, we're going to attack here with our spearmen. We did more damage to them with our spearmen, and now we're going to go ahead and attack them with, I guess, our axemen or our swordsmen. And we overran them. Okay. So, I think that's going to do it for this turn as well. These guys are resting. These other guys were successful in their attacks. And actually, these guys didn't lose any damage, these light shock infantry. Light spear lost a little bit of damage. So we'll go ahead and end our turn. Looks like we have, I don't know if it's 15 turns or just 15 supply, but it just went down up here. This 13 out of 15 is region wealth, I guess. So we're going to move these guys up here. Ownership and income. Certain locations like settlements or mana pools can be captured by moving unit on them. This will claim ownership of that location. Barbarian raiding. Region wealth. Okay. So we're going to raid this village. And we're going to continue moving north. Looks like there's the direwolves over here to the right flank. I will lead the way. Alright, we'll go ahead and end the turn. Oh no, there's wolves! Oh god. Oh, we're being hit by both flanks. Oh god. Each region presents itself with one quest, a task at hand. The quest panel shows you what current objectives you have to achieve. So this is bad. We just lost quite a bit of strength, I think. These guys were just raiding, so they'll attack these wolves. They wiped him out. Alright, let's see if we can knock out these wolves as well. They're in a forest, so that may be a little bit more difficult. Maybe my character can be a hero and knock him out too? There we go. So we wiped out those dire wolves. But we still have 2 more villages to deal with, and we've lost quite a bit of strength. Actually, these guys down here are still okay. But some of these other units are pretty badly beat up, and I think we only have 11 turns left, because it seems like we're losing 1 supply per turn. So we'll move these guys forward first, toward this other village, which is up here. These guys need to rest. Move the second unit up here. They're a little bit weak for my own liking, but I don't want to move just 1 unit by itself. Okay. Alright, so it's our turn again. Charge them! Nice, we did a lot of damage to those guys. 32 versus 120. 60 versus 14. Didn't quite destroy him, but nearly did. Set these guys to raid this village. And these guys will start moving out that way too. Alright, so it could be the second one. These guys are going to retreat by the looks of it. So we've taken the second stead, the western stead, and we're going to send our hero character up here to finish off these guys all by himself. Again, I'm babying my character a little bit. Received 1 weapon. Okay. Unit upgrading. You've collected enough resources to upgrade the selected unit. Open up the upgrade tree by clicking on the upgrade button in the select panel. The upgrade unit tree will present itself with each faction as unique. Okay, so... Alright, so we can upgrade these guys to... what? Currently they're light shock infantry, so it looks like there's 2 different trees we can go down. We can go down the missile tree or down the axe tree. I'm going to go down the axe tree. Oh wait, I can't afford that. I can upgrade them to slingers, which I don't actually like because they're my strongest unit right now. But I did it just to show the game feature off. Okay, these guys are back here. Got to get them to catch up. There's 2 enemy units here, both spearmen. We may be in some trouble. We might be a little bit overmatched as we try and head toward the last map here. Alright, they're going to come forward and attack our... Oh, nice. Our defensive fire. So we actually did 84 damage to them. Missile units like archers and slingers can support adjacent allies by shooting at the enemy first, attacking them. Nice. So we'll try and hit these guys again. Do a little bit more damage here, and then our spearmen will charge into them and finish them off. Very nice. Alright, so we destroyed that enemy unit. My hero moved forward. We've got a couple more turns, so we're just going to kind of move forward, and I think we've got... Hopefully we can finish the bad guys off this turn. It looks like they didn't move against us. So we'll sling at these guys in the village. Do a little bit of damage. Move forward here and attack with our spearmen. Attack with our other spearmen. See if my hero can... Actually can't get in range. Alright, well, we'll try one more turn. We weren't able to reduce them this turn. Then they counterattacked. Luckily, our missile men did a little bit more damage, so these guys might be close to breaking. 68 health left. I'm going to bring my hero up. Decisive attack. You can see you get a little bit of an estimate of what's going to happen on the left. Okay. So that was bloody, but we did finally overrun them. We'll go ahead and raid the village, and we win. So there you have it. We have raided enough to last us the winter. Let's get home before Dunlow warriors catch up to us. You have won this mission. Unit replenishment, so we get some additional reinforcements here. But we also, this unit received 4 casualties and battle losses will be refilled in base level recruits. So our XP actually went down by 20, and this one went by 36. So we lost quite a bit of casualties, and we lost quite a bit of experience there for our troops. So perhaps that was not the wisest approach by us. In any event, Phalar One-Eye, you have done me proud, son. This will feed our clan for the long nights ahead. Your winter supplies secured, you return to the quiet life in your father's halls. A few weeks later, your father calls you to his side. We have a visitor, son. Dougal Ravencloak is coming here. I don't know what he wants, but many say where the black bard goes, trouble follows, so we best not anger him. Treat him with respect, but keep your wits about you. A man dressed in a wide black cloth made of raven feathers enters the hall, carrying a long trumpet, crowned with a boar's head. A long trumpet crowned with a boar's head. His face is hidden by his hood, and his boots are frayed and muddy. Thank you for welcoming me to your stead. I won't trouble you for long. I just want to rest my weary bones by the fire for a night. You are welcome to my house and my hearth. Sit and eat with us. We don't have much, but what we have we will gladly share. That is very kind of you, chieftain. I thank you for the offer. Oh, is that your son? It's been a decade since I last saw him. He looks like a fine warrior. The bard's dark eyes seem to peer directly into your soul. Tell me, son of Flower, what do you seek in life? Glory in battle, I want to lead our clan to many victories, inspiring our warriors. Swift victory, I want to be the fastest warrior, laughing at our foes from afar. Might in combat, I want to be the strongest warrior Clondon has seen. I guess might in combat. Is it so? Then let us talk... Is that so? Then let us all ask the ancestors to make you steadfast and lead you to your destiny. Now forgive me, I am weary after a long day's walk and must rest. I wonder if that, influences your actual character and how you develop going forward. What? What have you done? I've felt a touch of cold freezing me to my bones. Did you indeed? Must have been a draft of night air from the outside. I will see you in the morning, Fellson. Sleep well. I don't know what just happened. Like, I don't... Something. Hiring units. To expand your army, use the hiring screen to hire new units. Hiring units requires gold and supply. If you want to hire while in a region, you also need a captured settlement from where units can be deployed. You can also hire mercenaries who are cheaper and do not require supply, but only join temporarily. Okay, so this is interesting. It looks like there's actually kind of a strategic map here, and it kind of shows you the different clans and the different places on the map that you're operating out of. This looks to be the Thing place. The secret meeting place of the Council of Clans. It's called the Thing. The Dark Visitor. The North Road is plagued by bandits with wild animals and trolls. So, these are different places in the map. We can scroll down here. We can see the Great Herd. Actually, this is WSAD as well. The Gold Coast. I'm guessing this is the Empire. Yep, the mighty Empire subjugated most of Clandona with undead armies. Undead armies? Okay, so these are the guys we saw in the intro. And magical machines created by the Transmotor Order. It has grown rich from trade and conquest. Okay. Yeah, it seems to conquer the whole of the land. Okay, so I'm guessing our next mission here is a Dark Visitor. Escort Dougal Ravencloth on the road north. The area is home to wild animals. Okay, we're not going to start the scenario quite yet. So we've got our slingers, our spearmen, and our swordsmen. We could hire new recruits. We have 163 gold and 2 weapons. So that is enough for more younglings or more maidens. I think we'll go with maidens here. I think the spearmen are a little bit more interesting in terms of like defensive value. We can't afford a second group of new recruits. So we've got 2 spearmen, 1 swordman, and slingers, and our own hero. Our inventory, there isn't anything in our inventory. And we can fire units if we wanted to as well, but we won't do that. So let's go ahead and jump in and start the next scenario. This night you sleep fitfully, your dreams filled with mighty cities and made of white stone, domes glittering golden in the sun, and you are the head of a large army astride a noble beast. Waking up, you chide yourself for such childish fantasies as you step into your father's smoke-filled hall. There you are, son. We're just about to bid farewell to Master Dougal here. Dougal? Be careful, Master Dougal. The road north is dangerous. Direwolves roam the woods, and I have heard word of trolls in the hills. Pick some of my warriors as an escort to ensure safe passage through our lands. Thank you for your generosity, Flair. I will take your son and his band with me. Then he will make a great company on the road. My son? Very well. You know our laws of hospitality mean I can't refuse your request. Ravencloak, since I have offered you the choice of our warriors. I spoke it in haste, and you have used my words against me, but I warn you, my son must not come to harm. Worry not, Phalar, I'm sure your son will be fine. After all, we all prayed to the ancestors for his destiny to fill itself, didn't we? Ooh, the tricky Ravencloak, luring me into battle, presumably. You've been walking in silence for a while, Farallon. What's on your mind? Why me, Master Dougal? What do you want, and what did you do to me last night? I merely helped you find your destiny, and I'm interested in how it plays out. Why so suspicious, son? Did your father tell you that I eat the souls of dead warriors? Or what other rumors did you hear? He just told me where you go, trouble follows. Is it true? Do you eat the souls of dead warriors? Yes and no. I can use the power of departing spirits and weave it in magic. Thus, the dead do lend me a bit of their strength, but the souls remain theirs, I can assure you. No need to be afraid. Maybe I will show you someday. Oh, God. But for now, let's march. I'm sure we will have more time to talk about it on the road. Okay, deploy units on the highlighted areas. Okay, so this is just a deployment phase. So our hero will be here. Actually, should we be next to Ravencloak? I don't know. And I'm assuming our soldiers up front here. Actually, no. So I'm going to put my swordsman in back. I'm going to put my spear... I lead from the rear. I'm going to put myself in back. I'm going to put my swordsman and my slingers in the middle, and I'm going to put my spearmen up front. I think the spearmen will do better to receive enemy attacks on their spears, and then the swordsman can charge in and break the enemy, and the slingers can provide supporting fire from a hex back, and I don't want my own character to die. Alright, so escort Dougal to the exit zone. All heroes must survive. Looks like we have 20 turns of supply to do it. So move the spearmen forward. Be careful, Flutterson. The fog is dense in this part of the highlands. It may hide you as well as your enemy. Watch your step, warriors. Keep your eyes sharp. They're a wild beast hiding in the woods. We can use this artifact I collected during my travels. It grants us vision of distant things and reveals hidden creatures. Why not look ahead into the woods and see what they're hiding? How does that work? Press left mouse button to go to source. Press right button to remove notification. Okay. Do I have the mana? Huh. Alright, so this is like a non-core unit. It's a temporary unit. Alright, so let's just move the spearmen forward here. We're going to avoid using any of our mana this specific turn. Apparently our swordsman can't travel very far. Neither can yours truly. Alright, so we'll end this first turn, and then next turn we will use our spirit vision, or whatever it is. To look ahead on the road. Wait, I didn't click the right button. Okay, so we can see there's dire wolves ahead, it looks like. So we'll send our spearmen forward here to attack. Jeez, we lost more men than we did damage. But hopefully, I should have sent the slingers forward first. In any event, we did overrun the enemy there, finally. We have an upgrade for this unit? Maiden spearmen, javelin throwers, spear maidens. Well, it doesn't look like I have enough. Alright, so that's going to do it for this turn. So go ahead and move forward. Now with this turn, we're going to go ahead and rest these guys, since they did just fight and suffered some casualties. We're going to move this guy forward a little bit. Move our missile infantry forward. I don't know what this means. Is that like the edge of what he can see? Or does it mean... Oh god! You spot a band of warriors fighting a group of angry trolls. Some men already lie on the ground, crushed by the larger troll's powerful blows. As they see you approach, they call out, "Help us take down those damn grayskins, clan brother." Brother. Help us, brother. More human trolls, or more humans coming to rob us, no matter all will pay. Pick a side in the battle, Falarasan, and choose carefully, or slaughter both and take the spoils for yourself. What'll it be? Blood is the strongest bond. I will help my kinsmen. The trolls seem to have been wronged. I will stand by them. They are both weakened from the fight. I will vanquish them and take what they are fighting over as mine. The trolls seem to have been wronged. I will stand by them. You're a remarkable man, Fowlerson. Not many would have picked the Greyskins' side. Let us hope you made the right choice. Oh, God. I am a noble person, so I'm going to choose the good guys. Well, whatever those... I don't know if they're the good guys, but... I wish I didn't have to, like, choose that quickly. It would have been nice to be going into this thing a little bit more prepared. So they're attacking out of the woods. Oh no! More enemy are coming to hit our people. God, they're butchering them. How far can these guys march? There goes our spears, I think. Barbarian spirit power. So our trolls are coming in to try and take out these. So they attacked us and ignored their rear, which was the trolls. The trolls seem to be doing a pretty good job at doing some serious damage to these guys. Let's just hope the trolls don't turn on us as well. Alright, so we did lose one spearman, which kind of sucks. These guys are in the open, so the missile infantry do much more damage against them. We'll charge them with our swordsmen. Their spears do break the charge. We'll have our spearmen move in here. Alright, so we finished that enemy unit off. Can he attack? He can. My unit just received a status effect, which I don't fully know what that means, but whatever. Nice! So our hero just gained some experience and wiped out this enemy unit. Meanwhile, I think the humans are about to die. By the looks of it, they've only got one unit left. Unfortunately, we did lose one of our spearmen. But our militiamen there finished... I think they pretty much finished off that enemy unit. The trolls finished them. The last of the men fall, and let your bloodied weapons sink. Look guardedly at the large trolls. Looking guardedly at the large trolls opposite your band. You helped us, human. You have slain your own kin. Why? I did not trust the looks of them. These were clanless bandits. They seemed to have wronged you, and your revenge was just. The human burnt our cave, killed our sheep, and let them rot. We do not know why they hated us so much. We followed them and fought them. You have our thanks. We will help you in return. Pay our debt, then we leave. Remember that day well, Fowler son. The trolls they will never forget their friends nor their enemies. Hey, sweet! We got all these trolls on our side. Yeah! Alright, so we gotta march along this way. Fowler son. My spirit eye will come back here shortly. Let's... Do we have anyone we want to rest? We don't need to rest those guys. We'll rest these guys. Can I not move these guys? Or did I order them rested? I don't know. Alright, we'll have to end that turn. So it's my turn again. I'm going to go here. The disheveled camp shows sign of a recent battle. Some of the tents are torn and ripped. Several strong nets are strewn around, ripped apart. Search the camp. We won't be scrabbling on the ground for scraps like peasants. There's no one here to watch, so let's see what we can find. Rummaging around the remains of the camp, you take what you can find. So we got a restoration potion. So you received your first artifact. Artifacts are items of varying power that can be outfitted to units via the inventory. If a unit finds its artifact and equips it directly, it has an empty artifact slot. Otherwise, the artifact is sent to the inventory. Okay. What does this do? It fully restores the life of a unit, reviving even the fallen. Huh. That's nice. That's a convenient thing to have. Alright, so let's use our little magic vision thing and see up the road. God, I've got to right click it. Alright, so there's watch out, a dire bear is blocking our path. Stand back. Let me weaken the beast with my magic. I just need to get close enough. So there's more dire wolves, but there's also dire beasts. Okay, so we're not... I don't think we're close enough yet to the beast. At least I hope we're not. Alright, so those guys already moved here. He hasn't moved yet. I wonder if I can choose him to, like, go onto the defensive. I don't see a defensive option. So we'll go ahead and move forward. The dire wolves are attacking our swordsmen. Wow, they did a lot of damage to these guys. They need to rest. We'll go ahead and hit the direwolves with missiles. Favorable attack. Alright, these guys will get a decisive victory charging across open ground. There they go. Wiped out the wolves. How close does he have to get? And so we're not yet in range of the wolf. Or of the bear, by the looks of it. You can see here where the bear is located. Shit. No, I didn't realize there's more direwolves up here. Maybe they won't attack me because I'm not in their hex? I guess we'll see. Nope, they're gonna attack. Frickin' swordsman, I'm sorry. Uh-oh, here comes the bear. Who's he gonna attack? Everybody's disordered from the bear? Where is... Alright, so he can use his doom. So you put a curse on it. Stalemate. Stalemate. Alright, so they can do some damage. 24. Unfavorable. Suicidal. Get out of there, man. Can these guys not evacuate? No, they can't. Shit. Alright, we'll attack we'll do the favorable attack. The trolls versus the bear. Famished dire bear. Okay. Says this is a stalemate. Shit. Alright, we can at least weaken these guys with a favorable attack. We can do a decisive attack against these bears. Or these wolves. We can have our shock infantry withdraw a little bit. Stalemate against the famished bear. Using some of my trolls as a little bit of cannon fodder. Just a little bit. I can't get my character close enough to attack, though. So we'll have to end this turn. The bear's going to run away. Or start to run away. One of your units just dropped morale. Okay. Did we get it? We got it! Nice! Alright. Looks like we got the bear. So we can keep advancing this away. A blood oak. Interesting. Not sure what good it does. Is there anything else in our way? Looks like there might be. Alright, so everybody's moved, I think. Yep, so we'll go to the next turn. Alright, so we have a few turns left. I'm guessing there might be a fight coming up here. So we're actually going to rest our troops for a turn or so. Fowler Sun is going to go up in the lead. Ravencloak will come up a little bit. We'll go ahead and waste one turn doing this. Alright, so Ravencloak can see... I don't know what this is, but it's got to be something. We'll send these guys forward a little bit. Not totally sure. Is this just like the edge of the map then? Was the bear the boss? I guess we'll find out. Oh, it must be the exit zone. So we probably just have to get him and our character to the exit zone then. Probably want to move some of these trolls out of the exit zone so we can move him in. But it looks like this might be the end of the battle. Thank you for your company, fellow son. Traveling with you has been most instructive. Take my artifact. I trust you will find more use for it. I am sure we will meet again. May fate watch over you. Thank you, Ravencloak. That is a generous gift. We need to head back to home. I can't read. I'm sure they're wondering what took us so long. I'll be glad to see the Black Bard go, Fowler son, I must admit. I cannot figure this one out. Does he know more than he says? Or is he just clever with his words? Well, at least we gained something from the trip. You have won this mission. Alright, so we lose 9 experience from the Maidens and 28 from our Brotherhood of Ravens. We also lose 1 unit of casualties. So again, this is presumably like Panzer Corps, where you really need to build up your experience over time. It's good to see you back here, son. I was beginning to worry Ravencloak had bewitched you somehow. Don't fret, father. I can look after myself. But you speak wisely. The Black Bard did not take me with him by accident, though I still wonder what his intentions were. Well, whatever they were, he seemed to take a liking to you. He has left you gifts here before he went with you. You would do well to grant them to your warriors, so they are better armed for the battles ahead. As you enter your room, you spot a large black bird perched on a window frame, looking at you with his head slightly inclined. Following his gaze, you notice a sack of gold and some weapons, as well as a small note by Dougal. Fowleron, thank you for your company on the road. Accept this gift as a token of my gratitude. The bird shall accompany you and help you see the path ahead more clearly until we meet again. Dougal Ravencloak. The Black Bard has been generous indeed. I wonder what he sees that I can't. The crow looks at you with black eyes, and for a moment you could swear she winks at you. Okay. Okay, so we just did the Dark Visitor mission up here. Now we're moving on to Homecoming. The Trolley Woods are a dense forest bordering the mountains. Troll Woods. Okay, so good to know. That's the next mission moving on. You can see our clan. We've got the Crow, which was added to our force. We've got the Missileers, a Spearman, and a Swordsman. We can raise new troops with our money. We actually have enough to raise 2 new units. Or we can maybe see about upgrading some of these units as well. Looks like we do have the resources to upgrade some of these. So it's very Panzer generally in the sense that we can build and upgrade our core, although it seems to be also sort of strategic level where we kind of have this nice little map that we can look around. I don't know if we can choose different paths as the campaign goes on. I guess we'll see. It also looks like our supply says we can supply up to 6 units in our force. I'm assuming that's up to 6. We've got 5 here, so it means we could probably add 1 more. We have enough weapons. We've got 4 weapons. We've got some gold. So there's some limitations essentially on our core size and other things like that. Long-winded, this is an interesting little game here. It's I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not generally super into fantasy, although I definitely love Lord of the Rings, so that's a little bit of a contradictory statement there. I think I'll probably play more of this. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this. This was my first impressions, my first look, so I'm still figuring the game out. I'm still learning, but it seems relatively approachable. If you're familiar with sort of the turn-based Panzer Corps sort of style, I think you'll pick this up really quick. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.